What is up, everybody? Thank you all so much for stopping by this video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is David Martin. I'm a 22-year-old personal trainer out of New Jersey. For those of you who do know me, I'm so sorry. In this video, we're going to talk about the first part of my two-part series that will prep you for New Year's resolution. Quick aside on the New Year's resolution thing. I know a lot of people, they're kind of down on New Year's resolutioners, but I actually say good for you for trying to make a change in your life, but why not start today? So with that in mind, hopefully this video, which will discuss meal prepping, can help you understand why meal prepping will help you and how to kind of implement it into your life. So it's about 2020. Everybody knows that you can't out-train a bad diet. It's just facts. And that abs are made in the kitchen. So those are two very cliche statements, but I do think they hold some ground. So as a personal trainer at a health club, talked to a lot of new members for new member orientations. And I would say like astounding percentage, like 90% of these people want to improve their diet, but you know, they're busy and they find it hard to balance all of the requirements of life, like having a family, having a job, and keeping up with your house, all that. They find it very hard to make time to make healthy food. So as a result, they either starve themselves all day and then come home and binge eat on whatever is in their cupboard, or they'll go out to eat for like, you know, 2 meals a day, sometimes even more. Let's really get into why meal prepping might be the solution to help you really achieve your fitness goals finally. So starting out with the time thing, which is what I think, as I said, most people struggle with. I looked into a study by the United States Department of Agricultural Economic Research Service called, believe it or not, Americans spend an average of 37 minutes a day preparing and serving foods and cleaning up. Pretty straightforward title there, but I looked into it a little more, obviously. So men actually spend an average of 22 minutes a day with the food thing, and women all the way up to 51 minutes a day. If you're equating that over a week-long span, that's 132 minutes and 306 minutes for women, which is a lot of time. I'll tell you that with my meal prepping process, I've got it down to an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I'm saving a lot of time compared to both groups. So let's get into the financial burden of eating out every day versus meal prepping. So I looked into 3 major fast food chains, those being Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, and McDonald's. So at Chick-fil-A, the Chick-fil-A sandwich meal, a medium meal with the fries, drink, and the sandwich, is $7.09. Popping over to Chipotle, having a burrito, chips, guac, and a drink is $13.70. And then, you know, your classic Big Mac meal at McDonald's is $7.39. So, you know, that's not that much money. But if you compound that over a week-long period, what I did was equated all 3 of those numbers and averaged them to 14 times total, so eating out for lunch and dinner, and I multiplied that by 7. So I got that if a person were to eat out with those 3 types of price ranges, they'd be spending $127.20 per week. But of course, you know, I don't think you'd be fully satiated, or maybe you go to a sit-down restaurant, so I project that someone who goes out to eat all the time would actually be spending $160 to $180 a week just on food. So in the blog about this video, I wrote my entire grocery haul for the week, but I typically spend about $80 at the grocery store per week on all my food. If you incorporate the times I go out, I think that probably adds $20 to $30. So looking at $100 to $110 a week on food, but I'd say I'm still saving anywhere from like $60 to $80 per week. It's about time and the financial, but most importantly, the health difference. For those eating out all the time, I would say that's where a lot of the fat gain occurs. For that Chick-fil-A meal, so you're looking at the sandwich, a drink, and fries, that's 1,020 calories. Well over half of what a lot of people should eat in a day. Going over to Chipotle, that chips, drink, guac, and the burrito, of course, is 2,070 calories. I feel guilty because I've pounded those so many times. And then for McDonald's, the Big Mac meal is 970 calories. The good thing about meal prepping is that you can fine-tune exactly how many calories and what macros that you'll be getting when you prepare your own food, if you're weighing things out. If you don't like weighing things out, I'd say overall meal prepping is way more healthy than eating out. I'm talking to members that have had negative experiences towards meal prepping in the past. A lot of the times it's because they get tired of the food and they feel it doesn't taste good. So I'll give you a couple tips, sort of the how meal prepping can be efficient. I think the efficiency stems with a lot of the like set it and forget it type methods. So you're doing the rice cookers, instant pots, crock pots. That's how I'll cook a lot of my carbs. While those are going, you can use healthy fats such as olive oil to cook your proteins. Big tip with the proteins here. I would undercook the proteins ever so slightly. Of course, I'm not saying eat raw meat, but the fact is you're going to be reheating your meat quite a bit. And the microwave can really dry out things like beef and chicken. So if you make it slightly more on the rare side, then when you're reheating it, it'll still taste good. There's a lot of different paths to success. What I do is ground beef, steak, and chicken. But you can really include any types of lean proteins. And for those carbs, I like to try to go with the less processed things. So, avoiding that bread, shooting more towards sweet potatoes and rice. That's just my opinion. You can go with whatever is going to be best for you though. For the fat side of things, I always try to cook things in monounsaturated fats like olive oil. If you do use saturated fats, which are like animal products such as butter, you are adding a little bit more of those unhealthy type fats to your diet. A little bit here and there is fine, but I would try to shoot more towards like olive oil and those types of things. Also, nuts such as almonds, avocados are also great sources of fat. Hopefully those tips can help out with your meal prepping process, and I think that all equates to a higher level of fitness. Like I said earlier, you can really fine-tune exactly what you need in your own diet by weighing things out or just knowing and having that peace of mind that you made the food you're eating. Whereas you never know what's going into your food when you're getting it from a restaurant. I think the best thing to do here is get a dialogue going. So feel free to either drop a comment in the comment section below or shoot me an email. And we can kind of brainstorm ways to improve your meal prepping process. And I'm also eager to learn from you guys. So if you have any other tips, tricks, or things you'd like to improve on, leave them down in the comments.
And I'm out. That's it? And I'm gone. You gonna end on that? And I leave. You gonna walk out? And I'm out. You gonna drop